Hey, there it says it here.
There we go. Hey, folks. This is Eric Core with Janette Lopez from the band Hot Laundry. Um, and I'm laughing because I thought we did an interview, and 45 minutes later, after the great conversation, I realized I never hit record. So here we are again. So if you missed it, this is your moment. Uh, but I'll say what I started out with before because I mean it with all my soul is Hot Laundry is one of the most joyous experiences I've ever had in rock and roll. I mean it's and I've been fortunate. I remember years ago I got to see an old school soul rhythm and blues soul band from that era, right? From the peak, and it was like you all capture that energy and step it up. Like it's every time I've seen you, it's addicting. And it's like when no matter what's going on in my life, it sits outside the venue, it sits outside the city, and I'm just there with you because you draw me into the moment. And in that moment, it's not just that everything's okay, it's just that moment is that moment. And to me, that's hot laundry. So, um, tell me, like, how did you get to that place? Like, because that doesn't just happen, or does
Well,
it happen? I mean,
you
I'm
know,
imagining it's like those what was it, Sabrina, where she'd like do her nose thing and then like magic would happen. Maybe that's how hot laundry happened.
you watching me do this, right? You
I
see
have
me
seen
doing
you
this
do
on
that.
stage. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, I'm casting spells, yo. No, and just throwing out that good energy, good stuff, um, and yeah, and the conversation we had. So I would like to say it all starts with feeling good about yourself. Like you got to like yourself. And it's not like a must do, but it's really beneficial if you do. So I have a good relationship with me and I like who I am. It took a long time to get there as is, but I like who I am. I like what I do. And why wouldn't I want to share the best of me with everybody else? So I've never been one to be called shy. Um, and I appreciate that. I'm a very forward person. So I really appreciate that I have this moment in my time where I can express myself, especially with a microphone and a whole stage. Fools! About to give me some control. No, I'm kidding. But it helps when you feel good about yourself to let something go that feels good too. And I can share that with other people. And of course, like what I get back is like 10 times fold better. To see people and meet people like you to have a good time at something that I'm putting out there. It feeds me as much as it feeds you. And any show is going to be as good as the audience because if you're giving back to me, it gives me so much more to deliver to you. And it's coming from a good place. Like I'm not up there going, screw the world. No, no, save the world. Feel good about it. Dance, dance, dance. Like everybody's watching and it matters. And it feels good to let go and just be me. And I have good messages. I do preach a little. I know we've talked about that before, where I do like to preach, and it's all the good stuff, right? And yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that pisses me the f off. I don't. Can I swear on this thing? Boy,
Oh
oh
yeah,
boy,
yeah,
well, that's good because
yeah.
I let them slip sometimes. Anyway, it is. It's good. It's good for the soul. It's good for you to like yourself and to energize that and to put it out into the world because what you give, you get back. And I get a lot of really good stuff that comes back to me, like meeting people like you and getting to like talk about it and like just talk about happiness and to talk about uh, the things that motivate us and let us be who we are in the most positive form. There's plenty of stuff out there that's going to stress us out, right? Right? Oh my god.
Quite a
So
few.
yeah, this
But we're
is
letting
the
that out. We're letting that go right now.
yeah. I can take that angst and anxiety that I get, and the same with my bandmates and everybody who gets this. I know there's a lot of us you have this thing you have inside you that needs to get out in a positive form, whether it be sports or music or sex, drugs, rock and roll. I mean, it's in the requirements to have a good time. No, I'm just kidding. But those things that we do so we can let this energy out when I walk into practice. Those bad days, like you leave them at the door and you bring it in and you do the good stuff. Going to a show and performing, like I might have had a bad day. I turn that ooh into yeah, and I get to just get that beat of the music, and you start just to let it out. Like to get loud and to get happy and in rhythm, no less. And it's just to energize yourself and to get it out into the world and to see what comes back, that itself is a whole nother plate of rewards. And I am here to eat that good stuff. Life is short, it is a flipping buffet, and every flavor is on the menu. Get some. Yes, get some. Mm.
But because it's all the energy of punk, but it's not the angst. You don't, because so many of us, it's so instinctive because we were raised on that, right? So many of us were raised on that. And then you take it and you're just like, that angst becomes joy. And it's like when I walk into a show, I feel like I'm in your living room. I'm in your, because you own the stage. It's
Thanks.
like that's your property up there, you
At least
know?
for 45 minutes. I'll take each and every one of them.
Oh, it's fantastic though, because it is, and I mentioned this to you before, but it's like, the first time I saw you, I was like, oh my God, that was magical. But can I recapture the magic? Because there's been times in life where I've had an experience and I try and recreate the experience, but you know how that old saying, you can't go back home.
Yeah.
But with your band, it's like the experiences seem to like they build on each other. So like the joy just starts to multiply and amplify. And I'm like, because I was worried like the second time I saw it, I was like, is it gonna be that same experience? And it was like, yes. And there's more. And there's more. And I love that. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. There's a lot of layers, and it feels good to share those in a positive way. I can keep saying it, but sometimes we forget those messages. And next thing you know, life is kicking you in the ass one more time, and you have to find your escape. For me, I use this. This is my therapy, my motion and ocean. It is the good stuff. So thanks for being such a positive part of that. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And I hope this stays around for long because I need more of that. I mean, it's better than therapy.
Woo,
Um,
it sure is. And vinyls forever, baby. I got some. You want some
oh,
vinyl? Woo, I sling them like the disc they are. Here you go. Here you go. One for you. So yeah, I got some. And speaking of, if I may, if
and
I
supper is
may,
ready, right?
ooh, supper is ready and it's hot and ready. So our recent 4-song EP, it's so delicious. Okay, so it's got 4 good ones. 3 of them are ours. One is a cover, right? We did a Whalers cover of Dirty Robber, right? You might know it by the Sonics, and we love the Sonics, right? So we did in the vein of the Sonics, and it's so good. And now we're working on a new release, so get ready for that. And if you need a sneak peek, there is a couple of videos on YouTube where we're doing one of our new songs live. There's one where we did it live in Japan in October.
Okay.
Little Miss TNT.
Nice.
Oh my God. It's so good. Anyway, it's a dance. And so we're working on this new stuff right now, and we're almost done with it. It was almost in the can. And as soon as it's in the can, I'm going to be putting it out there. But we're going to get some more vinyl made for this one, too. So I have 245s out there, and our LP. Ooh, there's very far and few of those LPs still existing out there. Pawn Shop Gold was our first full length album and on vinyl. And there's gold ones and black ones, right? We did
Nice.
limited, and we're never going to repress this one again. So I highly recommend if you can still find one of your copies out there, get it while you can. I have literally am down to like 1 or 2 left in my storage, and I think Alternative Tentacles still has some in their store. So get one if you can. But House Rocking, the one that's out right now, the one we toured on in 2025, we took House Rocking songs out to Scandinavia tour and the Japan tour. And of course, all here up and down the West Coast. So it's been really good feedback. It's getting a lot of play. I really appreciate that. To my DJ radio gods out there, thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
The
We've
songs are
got
killer. They're
thanks.
just infectious.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yes, I am a disease you need no cure. It, I promise we will blend together and it will feel good, and I will bring the big beats that move your feet. So, we get a lot of play, if I may, to one of my favorite artists out there. Uh, so there's a there's a radio station, Little Steven's Underground Garage. I'm sure most of us know
Oh,
about
you've
that
been
one,
on
right?
Little Stevens?
Yeah, no, we are on a couple of those shows
Wow.
repeatedly. Rodney Bingenheimer and Gina Raven broke us out over there, and now we get played on like Manfred's show, Mighty Manfred, and Gina's still playing us, and Ronnie's still playing us, and of course, I don't have my ear to the ground every time, but we've heard it on a couple of other DJs, and we also get played on, of course, like a lot of local radio shows, and I love the college radio stations. Talk about good stuff, good music, and
Yeah.
variety. So I want to say thank you to all of them because it's really nice to hear it, and then you get your friends call you, and they're like, "Oh my god, dude, I just heard you on the radio." It's like, yay, I love that, and to excite a friend, and like you get to hear them be proud of you for a minute, and I know the proud and the happiness and is out there 24/7. But when you get that random call from your friend from back home, like, "Oh my god, I'm in my car and I just heard you play," and it's like, oh, that's so cool. So again, DJs are an important part of our functioning music community, and I'm here for it, and I appreciate you all. And if you need a copy, honey, just hit me up. I will send it to you for free. So yeah, thanks, Eric. You too, honey. I got some more. But the new one that's coming out, I'd like to see it out this summer, right? It's going to be 2 songs. It's a Shame, which has not been played live yet.
Okay.
Yet. Might sneak it out before the record comes out, but it hasn't been played live yet. And then Little Miss TNT, the one that you can find a sneak peek on in YouTube, right? So that those are the two that are going to be coming out next. So I'll be on black vinyl. I haven't decided. I might go red. What do you think, Eric? Are you a colored vinyl guy or are you a traditional black vinyl guy?
I gotta be honest, I'm a traditional black vinyl guy. Like there's something I love vinyl so much. And it's just something about that disc when it comes out. It's magic to me.
Yeah, it's so
Like it,
good, right?
yeah, I mean I
Pulling it out of the sleeve.
yeah, and the colored vinyl's cool, but it's like I don't need it because it's like vinyl in itself is that to me that's the package. It's like because I get everything there. I get the pictures, I get the lyrics, I feel connected to the band.
Yes. Get it in your hand, you open it up. It's forever yours now. You
Yeah.
play it when you want, no like trying to catch it on the radio. You just I'm in the mood for this. And I know everything's so instant. Like I even have Apple Music and I don't do Spotify, but um I get the instantaneous like, oh my god, all of a sudden I'm in the mood to hear some Violent Femmes or some Cure or
Yeah.
what's going on right now. Like I dig having these platforms to go to, but there's nothing like I would show you my. It's really unorganized right now. I'm looking at my record collection, and it's just there's nothing like it. And, like that smell of vinyl when it's like aged a little bit. I don't know. I love it. I'm all like sip it like glue. It's good stuff. I hear what you're saying. So I like the black vinyl myself, but my eye candy need. I mean, when you see some colored vinyl, it's so great. And I
Well,
will
people love it.
say,
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
people love it.
People
No,
go
the
crazy
people
for it.
have
Yeah.
spoken. We did a short run of 100 copies of Pawn Shop Gold in gold,
Yeah.
right? I made my own gold record. Screw waiting, right? So
Nice.
my own gold record. So yeah, and then we made the rest of our run in black, and we're like, okay, we'll just see if it goes evenly. Steven, whatever, we're gonna have these black ones, right? Gold, boom, everyone, boom. I want it now. Every once in a while, I would catch the purists would be like, "No, I need the black vinyl." I'd be like, "I know who you are, okay." And then we were sold out of the gold, right? Like, Turn Tentacles don't have any more. I don't have any more of the gold. There is no
Yeah.
more in any more stores. So there's just a few small little collection of black vinyl ones that are still out there somewhere. So you can find it on Turn Tentacles. They said they still have some in stock. I have like one or two left in my merch kit, my merch
Yeah.
case, and that's it. That sucker's gone. It is just it's history, and we're not going to do another one of that. But that's what you can play vinyl anytime you want. But yeah, so the House Rocking EP we just put out is 4 songs, absolutely excellent. Please go out, everybody, go get yourself a copy. Right, get yourself a copy, and you can get it on Alternative Tentacles. You can get it on my website, hotlaundryband.com. Sorry, I had to put that in there. And the new
I'll
one,
plug anything you want. I mean, that's what we're here.
thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I just don't want. I like the stories, right? I'm here for the good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but so here's my get back to the record color thing. Eric, I can't decide if I want to go red vinyl or go black vinyl for this one. So maybe I'll do half and half this time because we
No,
did a short run of the gold and they just poof, right? Like a
hate to
fart in the
say it.
wind. Yeah.
I'm feeling red on this.
Are you feeling the red?
My heart wants the black vinyl, but I'm feeling red.
Okay, good.
Because
Because you know,
there's a passion, and you know what? It's people need to know this. If you're gonna have a party and you do not have hot laundry music there, it actually is technically not a party. I'm going to write this into Wikipedia under the definition of party. I'll get in there and like just rearrange things a little bit because it's true. Like this music is going to make things pop.
I love it. Thank you. That's a really nice compliment. I appreciate that. I'm gonna put that down and I'm gonna put it in my quotes. I'm walking to every party. Excuse me. I brought my own vinyl. Here you go. Now it's a party.
Yeah, it's
Then I'll break a
official.
glass
It's
just to
official.
like
I'm
make
sorry you
sure.
had to wait so long, but you know, it's
Oh, shoot, no. Thank you. It's really. I swear I can take a punch in the stomach better than I can take a compliment. But you're making it very easy. So thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm really glad that you can connect with what we're doing and you recognize it because it's not you don't always get to connect, and when you do, you don't always get to have the time to talk to the person that you connected with, and there's some really moving stories out there. If I may,
oh, please.
I'll keep those sentimental stuff short. But at a recent show at Little Hill Lounge in the East Bay, we did a free show, right?
Hmm.
And after the show, this guy like he ended up tipping us $100 to play another song, and
No
I was
way.
like,
That's awesome.
"We're the last band, so that's an opportunity I could actually do. Like being the middle band and taking the encore, I don't know." But we were the last band, so I was like, "Well, guys, I mean, he means it, right? He's putting his money where his mouth is." And he didn't say anything, lame. I hate guys who call it the Freebird song. I get it; it's funny, but that joke is played to
It was
death,
funny 20 years ago.
right? Like yeah. Anyway, so this guy doesn't do that, right? He puts his money in his mouth. He meant it. He was having a really good time. I saw him having a good time. Saw the smile on
Yeah.
his face. I saw he was just glowing from joy. And so when the show was over, I went over to him and I said, "Thank you." He bought merch. Him and his friend, and they were both just the sweetest people. And he told me that he was there, and we had lifted his spirit. He had just lost a brother,
Oh, wow.
so he was dealing with this loss. I'm not sure what level it was at, but it's always huge no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And so he got to let go for a minute and have a really good time. And we had brought joy. He was taking photos. He was doing all this, just showing his family, like, look at what I'm doing right now. Yay. Like there's joy in life. And I get to stop for a second and be happy. And it really moved a lot of us when we found out. And he was sharing his story with us. And we were just like, whoa, that's heavy. And what a privilege it is to help lift you out of this moment.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be a forever moment, right? It's weird to call it a moment, but this 1 second that I get to have with this guy, we got to alleviate the pain and bring in the joy. And I'm sure that's exactly what we want for each and every one of our loved ones. When I'm gone, damn it, throw the party, right? But it is really sweet. I gotta tell you too, like there was another time that I'll never forget where I was performing at San Quentin, and this is when it was a prison. Still, I know it's like doing better things these days, but
Yeah.
it's
Was that
still
with hot laundry or?
no. This was actually with Mad Mama. I packed that
Oh,
ukulele, and
nice. Oh, how cool.
yeah, there's only so much they will let in through those doors. I think
Right.
three of me. Oh my God, in sequence might be too hot for the yard at San Quentin, but so I
And for
went.
people who don't know, San Quentin is a huge prison in the Bay
Yes,
Area
yeah, huge, right? Like even
and
Johnny Cash saying
notorious.
there.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
huge. Well, they got rid of the death row now.
Okay.
That's recently. So I'm really happy to see where this direction is going. But when I went there, yes, the death row is still there. There was a whole waiver I had to sign, of like you will not be negotiated if you taken hostage, all this stuff. And like talk about pressure. There was a guy on the wall walking around the perimeter with an AK-47, and there wasn't just one of them. There were
Wow.
several of them. So here I am, I'm like, oh my God. So literally I'm like nervous for this show, and everyone I talked to beforehand, it just seemed like I was right on the right path of like running into people that had experience, and they all told me you were going to love it. They're so appreciative of that you're there to spend your time with them. Do not worry, do not worry, do not worry. And I was like, okay, cool. I wore pants, right? In the real big heat. I had a jacket on, everything. Within the first song, I was relaxed. Within the first song, next thing you know, I'm taking off my jacket and I'm getting woo wooed at, right? And I'm like, fellas, hold it together. The show just started. You ain't going anywhere. Like, let's pace this out. So after the show, like, I got to be sassy, sassy. Like, I was all over the place.
Yeah.
I fell right into the role. You would have thought I was never nervous. And it felt good. And I will say it was one of the best I've ever been treated as a performer at a venue, right?
Wow.
And so after this show, There was a guy there that ran the newspaper. Like all the inmates do jobs there. Like there's schools, there's newspapers, there's all kinds of stuff, music program. So he's the chosen guy to get to cover the story and get to like talk with me and walk with me and actually carry pen and paper and stuff. And so we're chatting it up. After the show, he comes and grabs me. He's like, I want to introduce you to this guy that I referred to earlier. You really helped him today. And I was like, oh, let's
Oh,
go. Yeah, I'm into this. So next thing you know, I'm walking into the yard and out comes this gorgeous young man, perfect coiffed hair, tattooed, built like a brick house, young man, like he's the kind of guy you put on the cover of like Join the Army Now.
right.
And he walks up to me and you could tell he had been emotional. And the guy introduces us and he's like, he just lost his mother
Oh,
and he loves his mom and he can't go to the funeral. They will not let him leave. And he's really upset. He has been in clothes. He hasn't been talking, all that stuff. Right. And he's standing in front of me and I'm like, whoa, hello, sir. You know, he's so tall. And I'm not allowed to hand them anything or anything. I can shake hands, but next thing you know, I'm surrounded like 6 deep all the way around me of inmates, all there. They all knew what was going on with this guy. And obviously all these guys have had hard times and like losing your mom is one of the hardest ones. So they all surround me and I'm like looking up and I'm like, holy crap, like you can't even see me anymore from outside this circle of guys. And I grabbed both his hands and I gave him some really kind words, reminding him that even though she's gone, she's still here. And you're hurting so bad because she is here. You know, you can feel her love. And we talked about it. Tears, 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 tears. Like all these men, you know, talking about mama. And it was just like, whoa. It was heavy, Eric. It was one of the heaviest things I've ever carried for a minute. And we had this beautiful conversation. Tears are shared. Can't hug them, but I do my best. And next thing you know, crowd breaks apart. You know, we're done with our meeting greeting and we're done talking about this heavy thing. And he's smiling. He's thanking me. He's telling me how important that was for him right there to have this relief because he was feeling pretty dark. That is gold in my heart. You can't weigh it with anything. Like I wouldn't change that experience for nothing. To connect with somebody's soul like that. And yeah, I know people are bad and that's why they end up there. Some of them are just misunderstood. Some of them just have the privilege of not being caught. Okay,
yeah.
like we've all been lawbreakers of some way or another, maybe not so heavy, but regardless, nobody's innocent. And I will say it is the best I've ever been treated anywhere as a performer.
Oh,
And I do this for a living. I take care of bands, artists, and all kinds of performers for a living. Hospitality is my game, baby. I had the best time sharing that with them. And then we ended up doing like an impromptu little show on the lawn. Like the show was over. I get off the stage and I'm walking across the dirt and I'm like greeting everybody. No one's stopping me. And I'm all like, hey, you guys mind if I play some more music? And they're like, yeah. And next thing you know, there's this guy there that I had been talking to already. And they had told me that he was allowed to leave, but they're not letting him leave because he had been there so long that he wouldn't be able to operate. He did bad things back then, so they think he'll do bad things
mm,
again.
okay.
Um, so here I am with this guy who did some pretty bad stuff. And he's playing harmonica and he's pulling them all out of his pocket because this is his moment to jam. There's these other guys that were there just banging on their tables or the chairs, excuse me, and like clapping hands. And like the sound guy that helped me was an inmate, and he was just like, "Hey, yeah," like the happiest, jolliest guy I've ever met. And next thing you know, I'm like playing songs, and I did Plastic Jesus, right? Plastic, I don't know if you, Cool Hand Luke when he was in jail.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. They were singing that song, so I did that song because I was like,
Nice.
when am I going to get this opportunity again, right? So we did that. Next thing I see my bandmates running from across the stage and across the little dirt trail, running over with their instruments. And Tony plays the stand-up bass, right? And Steve's with his like acoustic guitar, and Paul's with like sticks. And like next thing you know, we're jamming in the middle of the yard playing. Um, I got some really good stories, Eric. That's a whole nother interview because I got to tell you, there were some really cool experiences both times I played there. And the first one,
So,
though, laid me out for all the good stuff. And you know, I didn't tell my mom I was playing there. Like, hey, mom, going to prison. Like, you don't tell her because, like, I'm going to give my mom more gray hair, like, for a woman. Like I didn't want to stress her out or anything. So I didn't tell her I was doing that whole thing. And then I wait and we're like leaving. I'm across the bridge now. I'm a passenger in the van and I'm like, hey mom, guess what I just did? It's like, me, huh? Why didn't you tell me? Because man, this is why. Oh my goodness, you don't do that again.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then I did it again, of course, and she was like, okay, okay. So anyway, hospitality. Can we talk about that?
Absolutely. And just thank you for sharing that because I mean it's really like that's what music can do. I mean, music can cross all these bridges. It can heal hearts. It can, I mean it does so much and
It
it's
really does. It doesn't matter what color you are.
yeah.
It doesn't matter your background, where you came from. Everyone has a chance to connect to the music at any time, any phase in their life.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't box ourselves into like, oh, I only listen to this, I'm hardcore punk. I don't listen to punk.
Yeah.
No, no. You just like it's like showing up and only accepting like half the award, It's like no, life has got a lot to give you, like it is full of flavor. Like
Yeah.
don't be so vanilla, and vanilla's tasty, but don't be so vanilla and get out there and like mix it up. Music can offer that to you, and I think it's some people overlook that. Like you have this little joy that you can tap into at any moment. It's not a secret. No one's holding it against you. They even give you options to take it in school. So pick up an instrument, play a little, find your joy. You can be bad at it. Have you ever seen people do karaoke for the first time? You can be bad at it. It's okay. There's money there because there's joy
And you might
there.
surprise yourself. The first time I ever did karaoke, um, oh God, I forget the song, but it was a rap song I didn't know. And somebody asked me to do it with them because it was a duet. And it was so much fun. And we actually did it really well. And then
Nice. You're like, oh my God, did I meant to be a rap star?
yeah, it was one of those moments where it's like they were like, please, 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 I can't do this on my own. I'm like, I don't know the song. And they're like, you'll just get it. And I'm like, and I did. It was so cool. Because like I think sometimes those magic moments happen too, where you realize something like, oh, that wasn't there before, but now it's there. And
Just let go and let be, you
yeah,
know? And it's like, okay, I'm in this moment. Do I seize it? Do I shrivel up and make myself small? I wouldn't know how to do that. So I only have the option of seizing the moment. So it feels good when those things happen.
yeah,
Really good. Oh man, even if it doesn't sound good, it's gonna feel good, right? Mm, those moments are rare, but
yeah.
yeah, so seizable at any time, right? I live right down the street from the Mint. Holy crap, I love going there.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Everything's like a double, so be careful if you're like a light drinker like myself. Oh, oh, yeah, I busted out some tunes at the Mint for sure. Anyway, anyway, um, uh,
Hospitality.
hospitality. So, Eric, what you might not know, well, maybe now because we did talk about it, but I do hospitality for a living, and I get to work with every grade of artist that is out there, from the low to the high to the really high, right? I have worked with Grateful Dead, Rolling Stones, Carlos Santana, even the more modern ones. Oh my God, some of my favorite ones were Motorhead, right? Oh my God, such a good time.
Oh,
Such a good time. I
love
have
Motorhead.
never bought so much alcohol except for when I had to do a Motorhead concert. I mean, like, cuckoo, cuckoo. To the point where, like, the salesperson at the store is like looking at you like, what life choices are you making? And how do you have this kind of money to buy this much alcohol? Like, what a waste. You get totally
Yeah,
judged, right? And it's like, you sold me all this. Like, are you kidding me? I just paid your salary. Like, cuckoo, cuckoo, just loading up my card. It's like, and it's like trying to drive away, and
oh,
here's my
that's so
back
funny.
end. It's just like loaded with booze. That's a Motorhead show. Oh, and they were all so great. They were all so great. That one, like, Motorhead shows were one of my favorite shows to work. One of my favorite shows I got to work was the acting group. You remember the Spinal Tap group, right? Like
Oh
how they have
yeah.
that whole group of actors that play together.
Yeah.
Do you remember? And you probably do. A Mighty Wind. Do you remember
Yes.
that movie
Yeah.
when they were all
Yeah.
doing like a show, and all those actors that were in it? So they took it on tour.
Oh,
All the actors were there, like everyone that had a
yeah.
role. So here I am with like Eugene Levitt, Catherine O'Hara, all the biggies. They're
Yeah.
all there. Parker Posey. Oh my God, so many people. So they're walking around, and this is at the Warfield Theater, right? I did backstage there for over a decade. And so we're at the Warfield, and they're walking around with their instruments, just singing. They're like doing Beatles acoustic all day to warm their voices up and keeping them sharp. And I even got to hear Eugene and Catherine, like they have a duo in the movie. Like they were doing all these songs in our plenum and down in the basement and just echoing through the whole backstage area. And I got like a little private concert of that. The good energy that these actors were like just putting out by just doing their craft was like the best hit of life I've had in so long. I'm still talking about it like over a decade later, like been to like 20 years of them. Anyway, that was so flipping great. And to be like a part of like watching these people do their craft at the level of artists that they are. And we know
Yeah.
the level of artists there. So like to see them do this stuff and to like get to be a part of it and like watch their training, watch like just artists at work, that felt really good. That was like one of those rare moments. I had Shock G serenade me once backstage at the Red Devil Lounge. It doesn't even exist anymore, right? We are
Yeah.
doing like a birthday party for some guy. The rich guy like had his wife planned it all. So they had Humpty Hump come out because it was his favorite. Doing the Humpty Dance was his favorite song.
Love it.
So there he is back there, and he is playing piano. They've had this little stand-up piano back there, and he's playing it, and his hands are moving like melted jello, just la 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 la, so smooth and so precise. And he was doing classic versions of P-Funk songs, like taking P-Funk and then turning it into a classical piano song. And I just sat there on the bench. I didn't care if I got fired at that moment, but my boss saw me and she was just like, seize this moment, seize it. And he just sat there and sang to me, and I just ate it up like a big bowl of jello. I was just like, oh my God. That was so flipping cool. I think I must have ate up his energy and stored it for later because I'm still talking about this story. It was so good. It was so
That's
good.
incredible.
Yeah, and there's like hard days too, and there's like a lot of good stuff out there to be done to make a show happen, right? So sometimes, loading up 500 pounds of alcohol for a Motorhead concert can be hard. But just having the long days,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of work to from all my crew friends to all my front of house friends to all the people in the offices to make these shows happen in pre-advance and everything. Everyone has a working part, right? It really does take like a whole village to get a show off the ground. um, I really feel good about knowing that I could make a home for these artists for the temporary time that they're in the building with us, and they could come in and just decompress and enjoy themselves. People are like, woo, backstage party, la 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 la. No, most of the time this is like their only chance to relax, eat a real meal without being rushed or interrupted, and to just let be for a second, because you have to give a lot of energy when you perform these shows, right? So, and you're traveling. People forget like somebody just spent 12 hours in a car to get here, and then you're asked, dance monkey dance. They need to stop and breathe and treat them like a human being so they can deliver a really good performance. They're not a machine. So I really like being able to provide that home away from home for a hot minute and let people just be for a second themselves, not this persona they have to put on stage. Some of them, it isn't persona, that's who they are. But
Yeah.
regardless, even if you're Tom Waits, you need a minute to stop and just say, I have to gather my energy so I can focus and put it back out there. You're about to feed like 1,200 people plus, and that takes some stamina out of you. So I really enjoy doing what I do for a living because I can be a mama bear and like let people come in and just chill. I love the teams I always work with are always just so good, and we're all doing the same thing, right? We're trying to make a home away from home.
Yeah.
You're going to have like good energy at your job, and you never go hungry, right? So anyways, I love doing what I do. I love being at music venues. It's like turned out making like music my career, right? So from front of house, back of house, side of house, inside the house, outside the house, in the alley, safety meetings, whatever. I have made it my whole career, and I gotta say, it is one of the best things going on. I have so much fun. I might be dead tomorrow, right? So might as well, like I said, play every show. It's like your last, right?
Yeah.
Same with life, though. I really get to have a good time. I could talk about it all day. I just want to. I don't want to boast, right? I got so many good stories
It's
and
beautiful
I
though.
really good experiences. And
Yeah.
if there's one thing, all artists are just human. We are all just trying to get along. We're all just trying to make it to the next paycheck. no matter what size of or level you are in the industry. We are all just a bunch of meat sacks that need to get rest and get fed and to feel appreciated. So it doesn't matter what size you are. It really doesn't. It's something we all have in common. Somebody might sell more tickets than me, but we're still the same people and we still need the same thing. So I've learned a lot in my career, and I got to say, I've learned a lot that I've managed to be able to put into the bands that I work with now. And I love having this level of knowledge of what happens beyond the bar show, right? Or what happens when you get to that next level. I love seeing it happen to other people. I've seen some artists that I remember when Lady Gaga was an opening act, right?
Oh, wow.
I remember when Katy Perry was an opening act at the Warfield. And I can see what they do now. So it is I feel very blessed to have a rich life of color and music. Um, and it goes beyond the radio and beyond the vinyl. It's just the meat and bones of it all. And I really appreciate the education I've gotten through my work. The good and the bad, right? Beats
And
the
I really,
cubicle.
I feel it though. I mean, it's like you live and you express that, and I'm so grateful for the work you do because I think it's a shame because I think sometimes when people who don't play music or aren't artists, they have expectations, and they might meet somebody, and that person, like, anytime you've been on the road, it's like there's a lot of stressors on the road. Like everything that makes your life normal is not normal anymore. Like you're just not there.
Nope.
And it's like, when they show up and somebody like you's there who's able to give them that space and create that home for them and share that kindness and that love and that respect and that nurturing is huge. I mean, that's such a big deal. And because it's hard for people to be on like that. And especially when it's like your whole life is being disrupted at the same time.
Oh God, yeah. Right. In a new place, new strangers, new faces.
Hmm.
Some people don't have like what you need to like get your thing right. So you have to work that out. There's just so many variables in every event that you get to do. Having some normalcy is really important. Um, I would hate to be like riled up over something so negative right before I have to go on stage. And it's not going to be my best show because I'm going to be like, oh, all this negative stuff that's floating in
Yeah.
my head right before. Like, I don't know why somebody wanted to come and tell me this now. Like, like what? Like, can you save this for later? Like, never psych out an artist before the show. Like, what are y'all thinking? Like, it's all nothing but like fairy dust and good vibes before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave the heavy stuff for later.
Just remember they're human.
They are human. They are
Like we've all
human.
had bad days, and
Mm-hmm.
another thing that fascinates me on the road is like everybody has their own way of coping.
Yes.
And not everybody's coping in the best way at the best time, but they're doing the best they can to keep going and to keep those shows going and to bring the magic to people.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh yeah, it's a lot of effort. Like people are like, oh, tours are so great, and playing a show is so awesome. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, you're right. It is so flipping wonderful.
Yeah, those
What a
45 minutes
joy.
rock.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every single one of them. I seized it. I used it. I owned it. And now I'm gonna go find me some more. It is, but you have to have the right mindset, or you're not gonna get to enjoy that. And I don't want to go up on stage all frazzled, right? And then I'll get to work it out. By the second song, I'm probably like, okay, here I am, and all that frazzled stuff is gonna end up underneath my heels, and I'm gonna dance them off. But I want to be able to walk out with that, and like that's what I get to help with at work. It's just like
Yeah.
everything is gonna be as smooth as can be. Here's your coconut water. Here's some dinner. Here's all your ticket sales. Everything's cool. What else can I do for you? And like I love hearing I got everything I need. That is like yay, and like they go out and have the best time. They talk about it. um there's mentions of the work I do in news in articles of like feeling good.
Nice.
There was excuse me, his name is escaping me right now. um but the guy from Spinal Tap once quoted in a Rolling Stones that the Warfield had the best backstage that he's ever been anywhere in the
Wow.
world, period. And I was a part of that crew. So I was just like, damn, Skivvy, that's rad. See, like it really does matter. This guy's talking about his career and he's talking about the next project. And they're like, what about the road? And he was like, hands down, Warfield, best backstage ever. I was like, that's the kind of stuff that I love. And like, like when you've had a really good gig or somebody chooses you, like we just did the Brava Theater together.
Yeah.
There's going to be memories that I'm going to take away for many years. And because it was a good vibe energy there,
Yeah.
right? Like I've got a few shows where I'm just like, okay, well, we made the best of that. Or I've worked some shows where I was like, ew, this is not one of the ones that they're gonna want to walk away with. Like, sorry that happened to you. I've seen bands break up backstage so many times. There's one band that's still playing today. I'm not going to mention their name, but they're world famous. I have seen them break up backstage at least 5 times.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're still together. They're still together. You work it out. One time I got to drive Sonic Youth around. No lie, we stole the van from Pearl Jam because they weren't being very nice to them. And Sonic Youth was opening this thing at Bill Graham Civic. And all they wanted was some food. And like Pearl Jam didn't organize their food pickup.
Oh,
Right. And
wow.
there's like no big kitchen at Bill Graham.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to bring everybody. Anyway, so they had like these buyouts. So everyone's getting dinner. And Pearl Jam didn't want to give them food. And I was just like, what are you guys doing? And like, I'm one of the runners, right? And I was just like, and I have played with Sonic Youth, not played, but I worked for
Yeah.
Sonic Youth before at the Fillmore and some other stuff. So I had a good rapport with these guys already. Their guy Dan is like, he holds it down. Their crew member Jeremy is still a good friend of mine. But this is before our friendships had been formed, but this formed it. So I stole the runner van from Pearl Jam and I loaded up Sonic Youth and their crew and I took them down to Pancho Villa and let them get mission style
Oh,
burritos.
yeah.
And then we came back and of course everyone was like, where were you? I was like, working. What are you talking about? It's a big place. But anyways, I went on a renegade burrito mission with Sonic Youth. And I gotta say, it was really great. And like Thurston, I remember another time when he was in my car, we were talking, and I asked him, like, how did you guys manage to keep this all together for so long? And his number one answer was loyalty, you know?
Yeah.
And you got to be like, you don't have to get along with your bandmates every day, but you got to be loyal to the cause and to their efforts, right? So it's really important. If there's always somebody in the band that's going to be like, squeaky wheel or had a bad day or whatever. So it's really important to support one another and know that these days won't always last. Not everybody's an exception to the rule. Sometimes you have to get a new bandmate,
Yeah.
but wish them well, send them on their way. Somebody else is gonna just like a guitar is gonna come and take their place. like, um, but yeah, we're all out there for the same mission. I kind of lost track of where I was going with this, but I just with music, it can go anywhere, right? And you can take
Yeah.
it anywhere. I'm loaded on caffeine. It's our second interview. I've like so many fun things we could talk about, but one thing that comes down to it is I really am so happy to meet people like you doing this job that I get to do, and the positive things that you personally have even introduced into our little relationship, from asking about the better things about my job and asking about our music and being a positive outlet out there after seeing us and telling your friends and stuff like that, and how much that means to us and me, because I'm standing here, I can speak for myself and say that things like that really make doing what we do so easy and important to us, because we're being heard, and to feel heard and seen is really something special you can give to somebody. So I appreciate you, and to all the other people out there that have been supporting us the way you guys do. I just want you to know, like, I see it, I feel it, and like when I see a T-shirt out in the wild, and like, I see somebody walking in with a hot laundry shirt, I'm like, oh, it just warms my heart, and it gives me so much soul fuel. Does that make sense? Like it gives me
Oh,
this
yeah.
energy that I'm gonna take, and I'll tap into it later. There was this lady, true story, and I'll make fast about this. There was this lady that showed up at this show. I went to the last Parkside show on
Uh-huh.
Sunday, right? Oh, but with Parkside, so
Yeah.
many good times there. Okay, anyway, so it's this chick comes in, and she's not a chick, she's a woman, and she comes in and she's wearing one of my hot laundry T-shirts that I sold in red, no less. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, maybe she didn't recognize it because I had these on, right? So I'm like,
Right.
oh, here I am, right? No sequence on, right? So I look up at her, I'm looking at her, and I'm like getting for my moment to seize. I'm like, jump on this, right? And I was like, hey, nice shirt. Thinking, oh, maybe she knows me, or whatever. And she's like, oh, thanks, yeah. My friend of a friend took me to the show. I had the best time, blah, 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 blah. And to hear her genuine joy of a time she had, not knowing who I was, right?
That's so
Uh,
cool.
it was and like to hear her like talk positive about her experience to me and tell me I gotta, I should check this out. And I was like, okay, so we're talking for a little while. Now I'm like feeling like a little bit of a heel because I haven't told her yet. Like, hey, I'm in that band, I'm just like, that's really nice to hear. She's just being so sweet. And then finally I leaned in. I was like, I'm a singer in that band. So I want to say thanks for wearing that shirt. And she's like, what? What? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh yeah. And she gets on her phone. She starts texting her friend that took her to the show. I'm standing here with the singer. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
And I was just like, oh my God, lady, I just love you. Thank you. Like, hmm, that felt really nice. And then another friend showed up, somebody I actually know, showed up in one of my shirts. And I was just like, I felt like the Count in Sesame Street. Two, ha ha ha, two of my shirts at the show. And I was just, but I felt so good. And it really just pumped me up so much that here I am several days later telling you about it because it meant so much to me. And
yeah,
it made me feel good. And I always go when I tell my bandmates, like, hey guys, I was at a show and I saw one of our shirts. And it hits them like it hits me too. It feels so good. It's just so appreciative of how people can support one another by doing something so simple, like just putting them on my t-shirts. Um, it seems like a simple act, but it means a lot. It means you were there. It means that you
yeah.
invested and you put me in your rotation. You threw me through the laundry. Like I know it says it on the t-shirt, but dang, like you're wearing this thing. So yeah, it just God, it just feels good. And I know you know this. You're out there teaching the kids like all the good stuff. I know when it comes back, it's got to affect you in the most positive ways to keep you
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Oh, and it's funny too because like a lot of times people don't recognize a performer off stage because our energy shifts so much. It's like there's that stage energy and then there's that like that just I'm here with you now energy. And it's like people don't always like register that. And
Nope.
that's so
Like, wait,
cool.
you're really loud and you're singing, you're talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm like I talk. But it's really cute like that. And like I'll even take off my glasses. I'm like, now do you recognize me? Like I've already done that with you twice. I got carded the other day at the Kilowatt, and I played there several times. And,
Oh,
and
cool.
I booked through the lady who carded me, and she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "It's my glasses. It's my glasses. You just don't recognize me."
So awesome.
Yeah, also so many levels of awesome. Like for one, like to get carded at my age, and two, like to have this fun little story to tell later. And like I was like, what? I was like texting my guy. I'm like, I just got carded. It's just like like this feels really good. Like this is a 21 and over bar. I feel good right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really great. It was really great. But yeah, it's like if you're not matching that energy you put on stage in the real life, people might not notice it, right?
Yeah.
So it's good. I like to be incognito. I like to blend in. Can't get caught for all the bad things I do that way. So
Well, you bring a lot of good into the world, and I'm so excited about the new music. And you've got tours coming up. You've been to Japan several times. You've been to Scandinavia. You're going back to Scandinavia.
yes, very excited with our new album. Well, a 2-song release. So it is. We're not doing a full length for quite a while right now. It's going to be like short releases right now, and I really have a good time with those. And that's a lot. It takes a little pressure off the band too. We've got like a big repertoire of music that we can play. And not everything you want to put on vinyl, but or record for that matter. But we have a lot of it's like Grady's a songwriting machine, so he is like constantly spitting out new stuff, and we get to collaborate on putting this out together. It's a great way to spend time with your friend, one of your best friends. So yeah, I got more. We got more that's going to be coming out too. So just prepare yourself. We're hoping that we can go back to Japan in 27, since
Nice.
26 is pretty much spoken for. And ooh, speaking of 26 being pretty much spoken for, July 31st, if I can plant a seed with you right now.
Absolutely.
So y'all know, like,
I'm putting it
bottom
on
of the
my
hill.
calendar. What's
Perfect.
that?
Bottom of the hill. And this is its last year, right?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
just closed out Parkside. So bottom of the hill. I feel so sorry for that neighborhood losing all their music venues.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's sad. So anyway, bottom of the hill, we are doing another show with the Woggles.
Nice. I will be there.
Yes. Yes.
Put it on my calendar.
Please do. Please do. I'm super excited about it. And we invited our friends, the Gumtree Girls. One of the girls in that band I work with, doing Mosswood Meltdown. And so
Nice.
she's a charm of a lady. And so I was really excited to get her all female lineup on this bill. So it's going to be a dance party, bottom of the hill, July 31st, with the Woggles. And they have a bunch of new music out too. But we might play the new
Oh,
releases, both of them, right? We're only doing one right now, but we might do both of them that night. So put your hats on and strap on your chin guard because I am going to drop your jaw with all this new stuff. It's so fun. It's so good. The girls are dancing. We got new moves. Oh my God. Yeah. And I need to put some more dimes in the bucket because it's time for some new sequence as well. I go
Nice.
to a really nice lady who's now my friend. Her name's Tiffy. She goes by Tiffy Tart Studio and she does all our costumes for
Oh, how
stage.
cool.
Yeah. So, and she's so great at catching my ideas too. And I'll be like, Tiffy, I want to look like this and do that. She's like, bippity boppity boop. Next thing you know, I'm wearing it. And like, she's so fantastic. She works like for all the big theaters in the
Yeah.
city, right? So she's doing the opera, she's doing the ballet, she's doing all those big ones. So this is her career, and so yeah, so I get like these really awesome outfits from her. So I'm hoping to have something new. Tiffy, do you hear me? I hope to have something new come this summer. So, oh, the joy of costuming! It's a good time.
Yeah. Well, you always look fantastic on stage, and
Thanks, thank you.
and
Well,
I
I
just
like
love
to
like the whole
sparkle.
testimonial. It's like I feel like I'm at church, but I'm actually getting spiritually fed.
You are, baby, you are. You know why? Because it resonates in you. What we're doing resonates in you.
Yeah.
So, yes, I am. We are feeding your soul, and you are feeding us back. It feels so good. And oh, did you know I'm ordained? So, talk about preaching.
Did not
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yes, I'm ordained. So, if you want to get married, I can do that for you. Yeah. Anybody out there? Anybody want to get married? I'm registered. Let's do it.
Oh
Like,
my
I'll
gosh.
marry you. I'll
In
marry
the
you
middle
and
of
your
a hot
friends.
laundry show, that would be one of the coolest things to ever happen.
I can make it happen. We got
Like
45 minutes
wedding
plus.
reception all in one package. That would be epic.
I've got a few under my belt, but no one's put the hot laundry and a show together with their wedding yet. But yeah, I've married. I am responsible for some of that love uniting out there, and I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite things to do. It feels so good, feels so good, and then everyone's there for like a joyous moment. So here I am, like typically, right? Like I haven't seen a bad wedding yet, but so here I am for this joyous moment, and it's so fun. Like more people should do this. It feels so good, and it comes with dinner. Like it's oh my god. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I love, especially if you ever get to check out Mad Mama and the Bonafide Few. I do a lot of preaching in that one.
Okay.
There's a lot more. It's more Americana blues, so I get a little more time to speak in it. Where Hot Laundry is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only I don't want to over talk on that because it's like a rock and roll party, and
Yeah, no, I
uh,
totally get that.
don't want to over preach that. Like, but man, the message comes across. Like, especially if you're listening to these lyrics, some of them are pretty deep, and some of them are just a party. So, but it great. I'll give him a lot of credit. He is an excellent writer, and
Yeah.
some of his lyrics really hit like deep in the heart. And you're like, I relate to that. And it's not just like, oh, he's so hot. Like I would write something like, let's go out and have a party. Like, I try to keep away from the heavy stuff, but he knows how to make it meaningful
Yeah.
and bouncy and pumped with like lyrics and licks and riffs. And it's just, you can't watch one of our shows and not move. Like, even if it's just like that San Francisco stomp where you're like,
Yeah,
you're
you're still
gonna,
moving. You
you're
gotta
still
move.
moving,
Gotta
right?
move. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it. I love everything about it. I am so blessed to be a part of something so fun. And I am so lucky to live in San Francisco where there are platforms everywhere for music. Not everyone's got that kind of environment around them, although you can make one. It's one show at a time. Yes, it's not going to be as instant as we all like, but all these opportunities to grow your music community are available to each and every one of us. And Eric, you're doing it right now by doing these interviews. And I appreciate that about you, that you make those extra steps to keep us all united. And I think that's really, really great. And I talk about that stuff in the shows, the unity, the community. Everybody knows the importance of it all. And so sometimes it's nice to put a spotlight on it. And so I might put one on you and say how awesome it was that not only you called us for this Brava Theater show where we got to raise some money for students in college, but now we're doing this interview that you get to put out there and have some fun with it. People get to communicate and talk and learn about something new. I think it's just awesome. And people like you really make what I do all more enjoyable. So thanks, Eric, bravo, my friend,
Well,
bravo. And I know you do it all the
thank
time. So I think that's just so rad about you. And I'm just so happy that we could connect. And I got to take that show and now here we are. And I know it's the first of many. So I'm stoked. I'm stoked. And this is people. This is how you grow your music community. You
Yeah.
just meet people and just talk and go for it. It's fun. You know, it's as easy as pouring a drink. Ooh, the cocktail confessionals. We didn't get that one, did we?
No, but I like it.
That's another interview. We're going to start our own cocktail confessionals. Oh my God, stories. The stories we could share that just don't fit in one little interview are so massive. I know. It's so good.
If you ever want to come and tell more stories, I'm always open.
I got a few. We'll have to pick a topic because Lord knows I could talk the paint off a wall. Like I will
Oh,
go.
that'd be fun. Yeah. We'll have to come up with like a theme or something, and then that'd be really cool. Well, if people want to get in touch with the band, what's the best way for them to do that? Because I know you're on Instagram, Facebook.
Send us weed. No, I'm just kidding. But not really. So no, you can find us on all the socials, right? Like we have them. And our website is hotlaundryband.com.
Ah,
So
okay.
hotlaundryband.com, I do it. So if you have any problems with our website, I'm your gal to come and tell me about it. And just be happy to know I'll probably ignore any criticism. So speak anything you want. That's going to stay between us. No, I'm just kidding. It's a lot of fun to just put together, but you know, these things are work. So I run the socials on Instagram and I'm running along with Grady and in Facebook and then the website. And then of course, you know, come to a show.
Yeah.
Just come to a show and but you can find us on like all the platforms. Like we are out there. If you are ignoring Hot Laundry, you're doing it on purpose, and I don't know why. I'm out there. But yeah, we got this YouTube channel. We've got the Facebook. We got the Instagram. I don't do TikTok. Okay, like I stayed off the ticks and the talks. People tell me I should probably do it, but God, there's just so
I
many other
find it overwhelming.
platforms.
Yeah.
I can only take rejection so many ways, Eric. Like it's really. So I've stayed off the TikToks, and I stay off the Twitters, and I stay off the X. You know, screw that anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that guy. And so we're available in so many other ways though, and we are available to partay and to dance and to talk about things and all that good stuff. And of course, you know, call your local radio DJs and demand that they play Hot Laundry right now. Um, it's a rock and roll good time, yo.
It is.
But yeah, so please, I would love it. I'd love anybody want to like reach out to us and you know, you can email us too and send me, you know, funny jokes or whatever. Cause I'm the one on there. So if you're wondering who it's going to hit, it's going to hit me. So be gentle, be kind, but be funny. And send me some emails too. So hotlaundryband@gmail.com. And
Nice.
I love jokes of the day. I love any kind of cute animal videos, like where the dog's being funny, you know, cats. Oh my God, I'm all about cats. But yeah, so we got so much stuff we could talk about, people, like everyone out in the world. Let's get down with some joy, yo.
Yeah. We need more joy, and the world needs hot laundry. I mean, that's well, hey, thank you for everything you do. And I'm so glad you're out there. I'm so glad you're doing it. I can't wait for my heart to get filled up with the next show because it's like every time it's the revival that I need. So thank you.
Oh, word, darling. I got your rock and roll revival anytime you need it. I
Right on.
promise. Yeah, it feels good. And you're invited to all of them, honey. You're always invited. So come and hang out. You can come and check out that new girl that we're gonna my new backup to the backups is gonna be
Nice.
debuting at our next two shows. So April 11th and April 10th. So Berkeley, yeah, come to the Berkeley show on the
All
on
right,
the
cool.
11th. Yeah, that's in your neighborhood. The other one's in Santa Cruz, so that's a little far of a hike. And that
Yeah.
17 is like crazy.
Oh, that scares that's yeah, that stresses me out too much.
I love Santa Cruz, and they're so good to us. So I'm so excited to go back. But yeah, so there's plenty of stuff happening. I even got a kilowatt show that you can come to May 8th. So that's right in
Okay.
your hood.
All right
Yeah,
on.
yeah. So
And then
we'll make some good times.
Halloween up in
Sonoma.
Sonoma.
Yeah, but let's not forget about that joy, that little gem of the Woggle show at Bottom of the Hill
Oh yeah.
on July 31st. And not to give away everything that we're doing right now, but I'm gonna for a hot second. So if you haven't been to Jack Kerouac Alley in North Beach, when they do those wacky Wednesdays where they do live bands out in the middle of the alley
Oh,
between
I haven't been there.
Vesuvios and
No.
City
Yeah.
Light Books. Okay, well
Okay.
here's a good one. They've only been doing it, I think, what 2 years now.
Okay.
So this great lady's been putting it on, and it's smack right there in Jack Kerouac Alley next to Vesuvios where you can get all your drinks, and City Light Books where you can get your
Yeah.
renegade education, and it's so fun. And so they're booking bands on Wednesday night. It's free. It's all ages because it's outside. and it's this little alley, and everybody squishes in, and this music's just going off. So we're going to be playing that before we do our Scandinavia tour. So
Oh,
a little sneak peek on the Adios party. We're going to be doing that on Wednesday, September 23rd.
all right.
Yes. And it's not announced completely. I did put it on the website, but it's not really announced yet. The flyer's not made yet,
Yeah.
but it's coming together. And it is going to be our Bon Voyage, get the fuck out of Dodge party. And we're going to be heading off to Scandinavia a couple days later. Last year, we did um, a show at the Stork Club, and the very next day, we took off and did one of our international tours. And we're all just laughing. We're like, how many shows in a row is this making? Like, what's international travel? We were laughing that we were like, it didn't seem like a big deal when we booked it, but then we lived it and we're like, holy smokes. Of course, we would do it the same way again,
Yeah.
given the opportunity. But this time we're just going to leave a couple of days after the Wacky Wednesday show. So
Nice.
you're invited,
Thank you.
free. So bring all your students. It's in their budget. And come to that one too. So September 23rd. That's gonna be so fun. But there's plenty of stuff between. There's so much meat in the sandwich that's gonna happen between then and now. So we've got some parties to have.
Cool. Well,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. And I look forward to more of these conversations.
Thanks, Eric. Me too. You're a lot of fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate you. Okay, so until then, I will rock and roll you later.
Yes.
All right, my dear. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
All right, bye.